Hey guys, Deathletter Magic here, and I've got great news. There was another leak from Guilds of Ravnica. That's not the good news. The good news is this time, instead of, was it a fake PR thing? And it was probably Mark himself with the damn cell phone camera taking a picture of it, making it look, ooh, it's early leaks. Ooh, how naughty. And then they get twice the widespread coverage because, oh, leaks. Or was it somebody walking out of the print facility with an entire sheet of cards stuffed up their ass, presumably? So we all get to play everybody's favorite game show, Wizards Incompetence, or Wizards is the Victim this time. Well, I think we all know they're not going to comment on it, but good news. It was 100% Wizards of the Coast incompetence, as far as I can tell, because nobody's saying this, but I know exactly how this image was stolen. Stolen, by the way, a complete misnomer because nothing about this was hacking and nothing about it was illegal. I'll get into that later. So, word is, and this is what I don't have the full details on, the German website or the product page for Dominaria, that's right, was, I don't know, accidentally hosting or linked to or swapped out the picture or something like that. That's where I, don't have the full information. But somehow the German version of the Buy a Box promo artwork, an original like Wizards of the Coast promotional graphic, was on the German Dominaria product page. Either on it or directly like linkable from it. But who would be looking through the code for German Dominaria like right now on the page? Like that doesn't make any sense. So I think they just accidentally straight up uploaded it. They just like replaced the wrong image or something. So here we have Gespanzerter Reisenwurm. I shouldn't even try. It has Einberufen and Unserstorbar, or something like that. I think the entire country of Germany just disowned me after that, and I'm like 50% German genetically. Now, the full version of this graphic, the original, is exactly what these graphics look like. I've seen the originals. I've had to, inspect Element, or I should say inspect the entire base code of the page to grab the direct link to an image to get the image that I can't directly save because of layering or JavaScript right-click protections or whatever, and I need them for a YouTube video. So I'm very familiar with how their content management system works, and I'd say the weakness is in it, but that's not exactly correct. I'll say the strength's in it, because it's the reason that I can't, access their art files for future stuff ahead of time. I'm sure they're uploaded to the website. Like, the evidence would be the German site. Duh, it was there. It's just they use a random letter and number generating system, either locally or in the CMS. Or that's customer management system, I think. Or no, it is CMS. What am I thinking of? Oh, CRM. Who cares? So basically, I mean, if somebody were to upload something called, GRN, Guilds of Ravnica, background 800.jpg, and you know exactly where it is, like it would be under /grn/English, you could just type it in. Like it wouldn't even have to be on a web page. You could just guess where it would be. So because of this, their content management system, or like I said, somebody locally or whatever, something somewhere in the system, puts a sequence, I think, before and after. So the beginning and the end of the file name, if I remember correctly. It's been a while and I don't feel like looking into this. So, what are you going to do? Try every number in every uppercase and lowercase letter in every single combination? I kind of doubt it. No, I mean, you could make a script that does that and just waits to see which one doesn't result in a 404, but it can only run as fast as your internet and as fast as their server responds, and they might have a cap or a limit on the number of file requests that can come from one single IP address or something. So, I mean, either way, their logs would tell them clear as day what IP address did it. So you'd have to do it through a VPN, which is even slower. And you're probably thinking, but Des, why are you literally telling us exactly how to hack Wizards of the Coast website? Because it's not hacking. They have deemed in a very old court case, we're talking early 2000s, that if you put a JPEG or any content on a publicly accessible, not password protected server, okay? You are like hosting it is on the public internet, and all you did was make it a quote island, and then somebody finds it, that's not hacking. In fact, they even determined that modifying the parameters of what do they call that? Not a post, the other one, like a get request or whatever is also not hacking because you should have protected it, and it's a URL. They are typing a URL in and you're returning something. That's not hacking, which is actually super ironic because, like, putting in like a bunch of, we'll just say, script injections and SQL injections, that kind of stuff, and cross-site scripting stuff into like a CGI form is hacking. And it's like the same thing. And it's still on them for not sanitizing their input. So super long story short, if they uploaded an image and you just took a GIS and navigated directly to it, and it's on a publicly non-password protected server, it's on the internet, it's being hosted, it's just not being linked to or placed inside of a page yet, it's still on a public facing internet server. It's still on the internet. You put it out there. Not hacking, not illegal, not in America. Now that said, the number of digits and letters and numbers and stuff that are involved, I think that would be impossible. So it's a completely moot point. So how did somebody find this? Well, I assume they just accidentally put it on the Dominaria page. I mean, that's the way I understand it. So how do we have this? The English version, the full resolution English version. Well, the person who leaked this literally just posted the link to the publicly hosted address that this is at on their server right now. It's media.wizards.com/2018/images/magic/grn/BAB. That was actually a pretty good guess. And then /en_, I guess they changed how this works, Z3XJ80XDQ. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 digits. And that's uppercase and lowercase, so plus numbers. Like there's no way within a reasonable amount of time you could have guessed that ending. And that's why their content management system, their CMS, does what it does. It adds and appends scrambled gibberish to it so that nobody can navigate directly to this. So my thought is that gibberish is the same on every single country's website, and the prefix _en is just the English one. So basically, they just changed 2 letters and then navigated directly to this one. That would be my guess. I mean, what reason would they have to have their content system like do different gibberish for different countries? Like that's unnecessary security. So, I mean, this is posted on Wizards' website right now. Like nobody's like, oh, I'm hacking their servers to grab this. No, it's public facing. They just haven't linked to it, but somebody found a link to it or determined what the link is, and now here it is. So super not hacking. That's your legal thing for the day. So that's why they do these countermeasures. So what they need to do now is keep that level of protection because it works, and not have their stupid German, web contractors or whatever, localization teams, web content contract company, I have no idea who it is. Whoever it is, whoever's in charge of the website and what goes up when, have them not leak this ahead of time. Oh, and the index of function is almost definitely turned off on their server. I'm so confident of that I'm not even going to check it, and I'm pretty sure that they're de-indexed from Google or that the robots.txt file gets swapped when it goes live so that it can be indexed and otherwise is on no index. So yeah, you ain't finding this through some kind of brute force site search or something like that. Well, and plus crawlers require links to follow, so it's like, yeah, I don't think anybody's getting these on a regular basis is what I'm trying to say. So, basically Germany screwed up and then somebody followed the link to the exact page on the English site. So that's how it happened. Not much they could do about that other than tell the German team to stop leaking stuff early. Yeah. So anyway, that's the very interesting history that I'm sure you're all as into as I am. Remember, I have 1 degree in software programming and the other in web programming, web design, database design, and graphics, like minor graphics design, like in the context of web design. In other words, I know Photoshop, but I suck at art. So anyway, let's get to the interesting part, this actual card, because, I got a lot to say about this. Actually, it's pretty short. This is a 9-cost worm with Convoke. I was going to say I missed Improvise, and I kind of hope they bring back Convoke, but looking at this, I kind of regret that. So your creatures can help cast a spell. Each creature you tap while casting the spell pays for, let's see if I can read this correctly, 1 generic or 1 mana of that creature's color. Now see, shouldn't that be literally colorless? Because I don't think you can... Well, no, you can pay for 1 generic, but you'd be paying for the generic with a specified color, but they already said color, so that would only leave colorless. I think that should have been the colorless symbol. Anyway, basically they can tap for generic or colorless or a color. So it's actually one step above improvise. Because remember, like improvise couldn't tap for black. It could only tap for, colorless instead of, a mana that matches that creature's color identity. So this is a 16/16 with Indestructible. Now, no trample. It's not that hard to grant a trample, but that's a combo. That's more things that have to align correctly and, more things for control to disrupt. So you could just block this thing and chump block this thing forever, but not necessarily. Like if they give a trample once, you're in deep crap. So no, keep in mind, each creature can only tap for one. So if you had 7 creatures out, this is a 3-cost Indestructible 16/16. I mean, that's ridiculous. Honestly, this still strikes me as not as bad as the current ones that are like 7/6 hexproof, because they can't be targeted by anything. They might as well be indestructible. They're so damn big, you're not going to beat them in combat, probably. I mean, if you can, great, but good luck swinging against it at all, really. I mean, that's how most of the games go. Not much is bigger than that. You could swarm past it, but other than that, but this one you can target, so you can exile it, you could shrink it, you could pin it down. There's a lot of stuff you could do. So this isn't like inherently super broken, but it's like, would you want to go up against like a turn 4, turn 5 indestructible 16/16? I wouldn't. Like I said, they give it trample once and you're dead. And there's swords out right now that'll do that. It's not legendary. It can be very easily cloned. I mean, watch out. Like this thing is a hazard. It just doesn't strike me as inherently unfair, but I just, from a strategic and gameplay standpoint, I don't like having 16/16 indestructibles that can come out for way less than 9. I mean, if you're going to have a super bomb, cool, and then have limited to no ways to cast it for free, because everybody's sick of that free casting crap, and you'd think they would have learned their lesson from the Eldrazi with Marvel. I doubt it. But, yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think, like, if you dropped out 2 Llanowar Elves, well, they can tap for mana anyway. They basically have Convoke. I don't know, if you could dump out 6 Servo tokens, which honestly, that's like a Kaladesh thing, you could get this thing down to 4? I mean, that would be like, that could be turn 4, at least right now. If this card was legal right now, I think you could dump that many out with like Servo Exhibition, some kind of turn 1 Dauntless or something, and then like turn 3 dump out 2 more servos. You can tap for 5, and this thing would cost 4. Or pardon me, I've been saying 9 this whole time. It's 10. Oh my god, I don't feel like re-recording this and correcting it. So no, that would be 5. So you could on turn 4 pay 5, which I don't think you'd be able to do. Okay, your first creature is Llanowar, then the second one is 2 servos, the third turn is 3 servos, compliments of SRAM's expertise with a 3 land drop that turn. You got the third one, and then also Llanowar to pay the 4. And then actually you could free cast another double servo drop. So then it would actually cost 3. So yeah, you could get this out for 3 on turn 4. But that's right now. So I don't know, like how obnoxious will this be? I don't think it'll be anywhere near Galta. 12/12 plus trample, it doesn't need indestructible. If you can't do something about it, you're dead because of trample. This one, you could sit there and chump block it for 5 more turns if you had, some kind of token generation or something. So I mean, the fact that it's a unique buy box promo pisses me off. That's a load of crap. If this becomes popular, here we go, $50 card again. But I don't know, this doesn't exactly have like Commander or Modern implications. Maybe Commander, probably not Modern. So, I mean, it's sad that we're at the point where we're like, well, will this be an unattainable $50 card? Did they completely screw up again and make the same mistake? You can no longer just open some booster boxes and get all the cards. You got to go to the Planeswalker deck, this, the new stupid other thing that I just made a video about today. There's like 5 cards in there that you can only get from there. Just Wizards, let me get the damn cards I need to build my deck. Just stop getting in the way and pretending like I'm going to buy 1 box locally and then this and then like buy the rest of these or trade for them online or that, and the other thing. I'm also going to buy the thing that's not even intended for people who've been playing for 5 years because I need those. And then I'm going to buy 4 of every single Planeswalker deck because I need those cards. And I'm not going to do that, okay? Stop trying to shove it down my throat. I'm not going to do it. And if this turns up on the singles market as even like a $20 card, you're just going to make people rage quit Standard and Magic completely because screw this, okay? I'm not paying that damn much because you don't know how to take this card and put it in a damn booster. That is ridiculous. Screw you and screw your greedy bullshit lately, okay? We're sick of it. Stop doing it. If you really are concerned with the shrinking customer base and your numbers going down, stop outsourcing your jobs to Mexico, stop underpaying everybody, stop having a huge turnover. Just what you need to do, this will fix everything. Shut the hell up on social media with all your social justice bullshit. Just cut all that out. Crack down on the sex offenders, do everything that you need to do to improve your image and make people actually respect you instead of hate you, because everybody on planet Earth who has a brain opposes this social justice nonsense, this absolute circus of lies and exaggeration and outrage culture. Nobody takes it seriously. Stop living in your little bubble in Seattle where everybody agrees with you. Just cut that shit out and you will automatically, within years, because people have a long memory, improve your image. If you think that the number of people leaving the game and quitting Magic and not going to Grand Prix has nothing to do with personal politics and only people like me care about it and follow it, you are wrong. I have heard drastically the opposite. So if they would just shut up about we're going to change society and we're going to take all these progressive, hyper-liberal, crazy viewpoints and force them on everybody. Yeah, because that worked great for Target and Papa John's, and that's working out great for everybody who went down that path and started drinking the SJW Kool-Aid. So why don't you cut that shit out and everybody will maybe start respecting you again, maybe, and also make Standard not a complete dumpster fire. You do those two things, you could double your customer base. I have heard the phrase, I left the game when it got all political and crap so many times, it's probably responsible for bare minimum 50% of the people that left the game. So instead of we're going to get money from you the hard way by holding hostage cards that you need behind other things that force you to spend more money. Like instead of that as a tactic, fix the reason everybody hates you and doesn't want to buy your products, because this just doubles down on it, pisses people off, and makes people want to leave the game. So that's how you fix the game, not these buy a box promos. No, that doesn't do anything. I guess it helps out local stores a little bit and that's it. So what? Who cares? And stop selling the damn Planeswalker decks a week before the pre-release. Because you know what? Now I have to worry about day one of the pre-release, people bringing in cards from the outside that they got in their booster packs to rig the first game. That's like literally the reason I don't go to events on Saturday and Sunday, because people are going to smuggle in prize pack cards and rig their pool while somebody's not looking. Oh, but just make them register the cards, Des. Oh yeah, and then they pull it out of their sleeve and register it. Yeah, that's a perfect system, isn't it? They've just been doing so much stupid stuff lately to try to just boost sales by the littlest tiny little bit, and it's getting worse and worse and greedier and dirtier. I hate it. I hate everything about their marketing strategy and their product release strategy lately. It's ridiculous. So in summary, screw this card, screw their idiot German developers who don't know how to do their job and don't know what release dates mean and don't even know how the product works, or that, this might be an issue to upload this, to a public page. And then on top of that, get rid of the buy a box promo, or make it a blind pack with rares and mythics and foils in it like you used to. People loved that. What the hell was wrong with that? Oh, were they harder to trace when the LGS steals them and sells them online? As if you're enforcing that now. Oh yeah, they always put time and effort into investigating that. Yeah, they really have caught one whole person, if even that many. Wow. So yeah, this is all crap, but at least this time we're not left thinking, oh, was this manufactured? Was this artificial? No, this appears to be 100% genuine, unless they specifically told their German website people to leak this, which, I mean, remember, the Chinese website team accidentally leaked the entire, judge's guide or the rules guide or whatever weeks early, and they acknowledged, whoops, that was an accident. They weren't supposed to do that. They legit were just like, yeah, it's out there. It was an accident. Here, have the English one. Screw it. So to think another foreign, translation localization team or content management team or whatever would screw up, or even the American team just uploading German stuff and misreading the set symbol's not in German, but anyway, that they might make a mistake. Yeah, I mean, they've literally done it for Dominaria. So I think this was just incompetence. It's really that simple. Whether it was a contractor or Wizards employee directly is, that's up for debate. I don't know their corporate structure that well, but I can't really feel that bad for him, honestly. Even if it was a contractor screwing up, it's make them very aware of how important this is and pay them enough money that they'll actually care to care. So that's all I gotta say about this. Thanks for making me make 4 videos today, Wizards, with all your crazy bullshit that's going on. I really appreciate it. I totally didn't need to sleep anyway. So what do you guys think of this leak? I honestly don't care at this point. Just release the whole damn card list so I can see what's in the next set. And we're probably a week out from that anyway, aren't we? I don't even know when spoiler season starts, and I don't care. Well, Guten Morgen, I guess it starts right now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next disaster, which I said over and over and over, knowing that I was going to make more videos today, but like, this one's blind. I don't have any plans after this. If there's a disaster tomorrow, then I'm just psychic. Just kidding. I know how Wizards operates, and it's just one disaster after another. So, peace out.